Welcome back to another captivating journey into the world of mystery. Today, we're diving into 13 of the most mysterious books ever written. Books that have puzzled scholars, cryptographers, and treasure hunters for centuries. Let's begin. Number 13, Beale Ciphers, also known as the Beale Papers. This set of 3 ciphertexts is rumored to reveal the location of buried treasure, including gold, silver, and jewels worth an estimated $63 million as of 2011. The Beale Papers were first mentioned in an 1885 pamphlet by a man named Thomas J. Beale, who supposedly buried the treasure in 1820 in a secret location in Virginia. Of the 3 ciphertexts, only one has been deciphered so far. The second one, which lists the contents of the treasure. The other 2, one revealing the location of the treasure, and the other containing information about its owners, remain unsolved. Despite countless efforts to crack the code, the mystery endures. Could you be the one to unlock it? Number 12. The Prophecies of Nostradamus. One of the most famous and controversial books in history, The Prophecies of Michel de Nostradame, better known as Nostradamus, has fascinated people for centuries. Written in 1555, this book contains cryptic quatrains that are said to have predicted events like the rise of Adolf Hitler, the Great Fire of London in 1666, the Iranian Revolution in 1979, and even the September 11th terrorist attacks. While some skeptics dismiss his work as vague and open to interpretation, others are convinced of his prophetic abilities. Nostradamus' prophecies continue to captivate readers, and they are easily accessible online for those curious to explore his mysterious predictions. What do you think? Coincidence or genuine foresight? Number 11. Ripley's Scroll. This mysterious manuscript was written by George Ripley, an Augustinian alchemist and monk in the 15th century. Ripley's scroll details his alchemical journeys across Europe, where he searched for the secret to immortality and the legendary Philosopher's Stone. According to folklore, Ripley succeeded in transforming lead into gold, achieving what many alchemists of the time could only dream of. Despite these claims, Ripley died in 1490 at the age of 75, leaving behind this cryptic scroll. Alchemy may be long debunked, but Ripley's scroll continues to inspire curiosity about ancient quests for eternal life. Number 10. The Great Omar Book, also known as the Senghorski edition of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. This book has earned its place in history for its stunning craftsmanship and for the curse that seems to follow it. The book was first commissioned by Francis Senghorski and George Sutcliffe, and it took years to complete. Bound in gold and encrusted with precious jewels, the book was lost when the Titanic sank in 1912. A second copy, created later, was destroyed during World War II. Finally, after more than 2 decades of work, a third copy was completed and donated to the British Library. Despite the curse, or perhaps because of it, the book remains one of the most mysterious works in literary history. Number 9. Popol Vuh. The Popol Vuh, or Book of the People, is a sacred text of the Kitch Maya people. It recounts their creation myth, cosmology, and the adventures of their gods. According to Dominican priest Francisco Jimenez, who translated the text in the early 18th century, the original manuscript was entrusted to him by a local Guatemalan parishioner. However, the whereabouts of this original text remain unknown, leading to speculation that it was stolen or lost. What makes this book even more mysterious is that it contains knowledge passed down orally for centuries before it was ever written. The oldest surviving written account dates back to 1701, but many believe that the true essence of the Popol Vuh remains hidden in the mists of history. Number 8. Codex Seraphinianus, published in 1981. The Codex Seraphinianus is an illustrated encyclopedia created by Italian artist and architect Luigi Serafini. Written in an imaginary language, the book is as much an art piece as it is a mystery. Serafini has said that he was inspired by the feeling of looking at a book as a child before learning to read, when the letters and pictures seem to have meaning but remain unintelligible. The codex is filled with bizarre illustrations of imaginary plants, animals, machines, and even surreal depictions of birth and death. Despite numerous attempts, the book has never been fully deciphered, leaving readers to wonder what it all means. Number 7. Smithfield Decretals. Commissioned by Pope Gregory IX in the 14th century, the Smithfield Decretals is a collection of canon law. While the text itself may not be especially mysterious, the illustrations that accompany it certainly are. The margins of this manuscript are filled with strange and whimsical drawings. Unicorns battling bears, knights fighting snails, and even a figure resembling Yoda from Star Wars. Scholars are baffled by the meaning of these illustrations, and the mystery of why they were included in such a serious text remains unsolved. Number 6. Liber Linteus. Also known as the Linen Book of Zagreb. The Liber Linteus is the longest known text in the Etruscan language, written on linen wrappings used to mummify a body. Discovered in the 19th century, the text dates back to the 3rd century BCE, but much about it remains unknown, including large parts of its meaning. The Etruscan language itself is poorly understood, and this ancient civilization was largely absorbed by the Roman Empire. What little is known about the Liber Linteus suggests that it is a religious calendar, detailing rituals and ceremonies. How this rare text survived through the ages remains a mystery in itself. Number 5. Voynich Manuscript. The Voynich Manuscript, written in the early 15th century, is perhaps the most famous mysterious book in existence. Discovered by Wilfrid Voynich in 1912, the book is filled with strange botanical illustrations, astronomical charts, and diagrams of what appear to be female figures connected by tubes. The text, written in an unknown language, has baffled cryptographers for over a century. Numerous theories have been proposed to explain its origins and purpose, but none have been definitively proven. Though the manuscript is now on display in a glass case, a printed version is available for those brave enough to try to crack the code. Number 4. The Book of Soyga. Rediscovered in 1994 by scholar Deborah Harkness in the British Library. The Book of Soyga is an occult manuscript from the 16th century. It is said to contain instructions for summoning angels and demons, as well as astrological information. The book came into prominence when it was owned by John Dee, a mathematician and occultist. Dee was fascinated by its cryptic contents, particularly the tables of letters in the book, which he believed held magical secrets. To this day, the true meaning of these tables remains unknown, and legend has it that deciphering them could lead to revelation, or a deadly curse. Number 3. Rohan Codex. The Rohan Codex is an enigmatic manuscript written in an unknown language and discovered in Hungary in the 19th century. It contains 448 pages of mysterious text and illustrations depicting religious, military, and astronomical scenes. Despite many attempts to decipher it, no one has been able to determine its origin or meaning. Some scholars speculate that it might be a hoax from the 18th century, while others believe it could be a genuine medieval text. The mystery of the Rohan Codex endures, and the book remains available for anyone who dares to take on the challenge. Number 2. Codex Gigas. Also known as the Devil's Bible. The Codex Gigas is the largest medieval manuscript in existence, standing at 36 inches tall and weighing over 165 pounds. It was created in the 12th century and is famous for containing a large, detailed illustration of the devil. Legend has it that the book was written by a monk who, facing execution, made a deal with the devil to complete it in a single night. While some parts of the Codex Gigas have been lost over time, the book's sinister reputation remains intact. Some even believe that the missing pages contain the devil's prayer. Number 1. The Dead Sea Scrolls. Arguably the greatest manuscript discovery of the 20th century, the Dead Sea Scrolls were found in caves near the Dead Sea between 1947 and 1956. These ancient texts, written over 2,000 years ago, include portions of the Hebrew Bible, as well as previously unknown prophecies by figures such as Daniel, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel. Some scholars believe that one of the scrolls contains a treasure map leading to 64 hidden locations filled with riches. The true purpose and authorship of the Dead Sea Scrolls continue to be debated, but their historical significance is undeniable. That's it for today's list of the most mysterious books in history. Which one intrigued you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating content.